Climate change has become a global issue affecting all aspects of lives, including economic activities in Lagos. Fishing communities bear the brunt of the impact of climate change. Our environment correspondent, Bukola Tiloko, visited one of the fishing communities in Lagos, and there, the fisher folk shared their experiences on how climate change has affected their fishing business and their adaptation strategies. Here is Bukola's report.
The fishing industry in Lagos is a major contributor to the state's economy, with about 80% of the 174,553 tons of fish produced coming from artisanal fisheries. In recent times, the fishing industry has been battling with the adverse effects of climate change, such as coastal erosion and sea level rise.
Whether natural or human-driven, climate change affects every aspect of life. And for people who live in coastal areas and depend on climate-sensitive occupations, such as fishing, it is a major source of concern. According to a 2020 report by the Food and Agricultural Organization, fish capture has reduced drastically in the past 20 years, hence contributing to food insecurity.
This is Adebisi Adedayo, a 51-year-old fisherman in Magbon, Orimedu, a coastal community in Lagos. Adedayo inherited the fishing trade from his forefathers. He shares his fishing experience.
Everything has changed. We have been fishing for about 40 years, but now we don't understand what is going on. This is because the number of fish caught has reduced drastically. In those days, we fished close to the shores, and those watching us will be amazed at the number of big fish caught. But now, it has reduced drastically.
He attributes low fish catches to spiritual intervention.
Our forefathers told us we need to offer sacrifice to the goddess of the sea. It is God that revealed this sacrifice to our fathers. The sacrifice implies that we need to spiritually appease the ocean to boost our catch. And this has worked for us. All we need to do now is to offer the sacrifice to the goddess of the sea, no matter how small.
While some of the fishermen have heard of climate change and its impacts, others are ignorant.
What is climate change? I don't understand what is climate change. I am not educated.
Have you heard of climate change?
Yes.
What do you know about climate change?
Back in the days, the ocean was far away from us, but now it is very close to us. Even the heat of the sun is intense compared to several years back. Everything has changed totally, and we don't know what caused all this climate change.
For every organism, there's a range of temperature or environmental conditions that you would maximally survive. What climate change does is that it changes the basic temperature of the waters. That also affects the level of acidity of waters. Not a lot of fisheries and wildlife can survive those changes. So what happens is either they are dying out or they are migrating to more suitable sites.
For these fisher folk, the decrease in income has made it harder for them to sustain their livelihoods.
I will sell this bowl of fish for 35,000 naira. Years back, we sell this bowl for 3,000 naira or 5,000 naira. Life is no longer comfortable for us, but we can't do anything about it. No matter how little we make, we have to manage as a family.
As the fishing industry becomes more vulnerable to climate change, experts suggest adaptation strategies.
Why not find a way to protect the mangroves, which is the spawning ground for most of all the fish species that the fishermen can get in the ocean, and thereby helping them to, so that the fish can now reproduce more, and also they in turn can always go back to the ocean and see how they can get some more fishes.
Changing the way we explore our environment, the way we explore our natural resources. For example, sustainable fishing behavior is something that people can begin to adapt in their local environment to maximize the resources that we have. Sometimes you find that they are using nets that capture even the smallest sizes of fish. When you do that, what you have done is that you have exacerbated the impact of climate change.
The climate in Lagos is likely to experience an increase in sea level rise, temperature and rainfall. If not addressed, these climate change trends could cause more havoc on fisheries-dependent communities, which are already struggling for existence. Bukola Taylor Cole, LTV News.